Hello, I hope you are doing fine. Yes, we'll be here today trying to elaborate on one other reason why we must always emphasize on the inculcation of reading habits in our children, in our students, and those people around us who can assist our children or students to develop their reading habits. Look at a situation we have in hand now. With the advent of the coronavirus, one of its effects and means to curb the spread has been the shutting down of schools. And when schools are shut down, there is a need for people to derive new ways to keep on studying and learning or reading. Unfortunately, when we look at the African continent or most developing countries, even some developed countries, the means to continue with education are very limited. When we look at the case of most African countries, we are confronted with the issue of poor internet connection, sometimes poor electricity, or inaccessible means of getting the information to students, especially through e-learning. If students were well groomed up in their reading habits, it would have facilitated the task for the teachers and the students in this critical moment. Take, for example, a group of students who were well groomed up, who were given good reading habits. Now will be the appropriate time for them to make good use of that in preparing for their end of year examinations or end of term classes. It will keep the students in good spirit and in good communion, such in such a way that even with a very poor internet connection, the teachers or their lecturers will only use the little time or least little means they have to facilitate or to orientate them more on what to do and what not to do. But unfortunately, the situation we have at hand today is that most people do not even know how to read, coupled with the aforementioned problems I've given. Internet connection and poor electricity. Now, nobody is moving forward. That's the situation we have at hand now. Unfortunately, there is no way back, but there is still time. There is still time for many people to catch up. If our governments, if our stakeholders, if the educators can start reinvesting in the development of reading habits in children, in students, it's going to be a stepping stone in order to get students more abreast and ready in situations like this one. I hope someone somewhere will feel the need, will see the impact this virus has brought on the educational system of countries, and tell someone who has the power, who has the ability, who has the capability to push the government to enact laws, to send teachers who are competent, who are always feeling the need to teach the children how to read, to teach the children how to catch fish instead of always giving them fish. Because when you teach a student or a child how to read, you are preparing a leader for tomorrow. When you are teaching a child how to read, you are preparing the child how to fend for herself tomorrow. Because when you are teaching the child how to read, you are preparing the child for self sustainability, for self education, and for self uh, exploration, to explore the world even without the help of others. Others can just come in to expatiate or to give more assistance to the child, but the child will already, with the habit you have inculcated into the child will already be capable of doing many things or on exploring many domains on his or herself. So I will be calling on those who have not had the habit or the attitude of reading to start somewhere. It's better late than never. If you start today by driving, hopefully by tomorrow or by next year, it's going to become a habit. If you start training your child, if your child starts seeing you reading, or a junior one starts seeing you today reading, hopefully with your encouragement, that is going to give the child the urge to develop the love for reading and self-exploration. Ciao, see you in the next video.